It's Street Fighter time, but it's also Transformers time. Hello and welcome to another figure review. Today I'm gonna have a look at the Takara Tomy Street Fighter X Transformers, Rodimus as Ken, and Arcee as Chun-Li. Already had Ryu and Bison in the last review, so go and check that out. Just doing a little notification. But we got the second pack of the series. I wonder if they're gonna do more. I'll be down, right now I'll be down, but let's see. We got another little shot of the box. You got the classic Ryu with the Optimus Prime in the back, which I already said in the last review. Looks fantastic, old school art style. You got Ken as Hard Rodimus with Hadouken, Shoryuken, Tatsumaki. Then we got the spinning bird kick from Chun-Li, her lightning legs. What is it? Lightning legs, wind legs, and Kikosho. And another picture of the character, the figure, and all the good stuff. But let's get them out of the box and see what they're all about. Okay, I'm gonna do a step 2 of the unboxing part real quick, because you have this nice little background. I want to show that with all the glorious pixel art. I don't know why Chun-Li is getting her ass kicked with a big Shoryuken to the face. That's not cool. On the flip side though, it looks like she's about to spinning bird kick Ken in the face in this shot. And that's really cool. Like, the packaging is one of these things you could leave it in the packaging because they're already in a nice battle pose. But let's move on and have an actual look at the figures. That's how it sounded in the Super Nintendo version. So we're gonna do this one by one, step by step, transformation by transformation, and whatnot. First and foremost, gonna have Ken as Hot Rodimus. No, other way around. Hot Rodimus as Ken stands at about 14.5 centimeters to the top of his head, and with the shoulders we got about 15, a little over 15 centimeters, so around 6 inches, a little under 6 inches tall. If you're only going to the head, with the shoulders, that would be a nice clean 6. The head sculpt, I love that. Seriously, I said that so much in the last review, but I love the head sculpt pretty much of all these guys. It works so well. Just painted yellow, and it's a blonde, long, flowing locks. Well, not really. It doesn't really look like locks, but still. Looks like Ken's hair. He has the big, bushy, black eyebrows, so that, again, fits. They're not the cleanest. Regardless of it, I think it looks good, guys. Now, for the rest of this, I already like it a little bit more than the last pack, because it's not as busy. The transformation is a lot easier. I mean, there's only one transformation this time. You only have a car mode, and you don't have two. As we had in the last one, you have a nice classic Street Fighter 2 logo in the back here on his wing, and got the wheel sticking out. Flash tones going over the inside of his arm. Outside is still red, so it still looks good when he gets into car mode. Have a black Transformers logo and the black lines going on over here. A little bit of added detail goes over here to the red once again to show where the gloves start. Basically, you got the flash tone fist, the belt. Black belt in the middle over here, nice. It's so simple, you just do these 2 lines and it does look like a black belt. Some more detail going down here in the legs, nice mechanic stuff going on over there. And the flesh tone feet, because he's bare. Wow, he has big feet because he's barefoot. But anyway, I'm gonna look at the backpack just to show you overall how the figure looks from the front, from the back, and the side. Still got the wheels on there. And that does it for Ken. Let's move over to Chun-Li. Spinning bird kick! I can't do a female voice, but I try. I still got it in the pose because I love the pose, actually. And having a look at this figure, I mean, looking at her in the box already, this might be my favorite one. This might be the best one. I mean, personally, I love the look of this. This is a robot version of Chun-Li. Have the big backpack, it's a little bit distracting, but first and foremost I want to have a look at how tall she is. Stands at about 13.5 centimeters to the top of her head, and about 14 to the top of her backpack. So it's pretty much 5.5 inches tall. So we got Arcee as Chun-Li, and the thing with this, you got the buns on the side, so that fits so well, of course. I mean, the Chun-Li buns should be up here, but I mean, you gotta roll with it, right? I didn't mention it, I mentioned it in the last review. Yes, these are repaints of Transformers Legends figures. Nothing new as far as sculpt goes, it's just a nice and fancy paint job to make them look like Street Fighter characters. Not so nice and fancy over here with the paint though. Got the gold in the back of the head, which is a nice added detail, so it looks a little bit more colorful. We got the Transformers logo in the chest and the Chun-Li decoration of her outfit, her traditional Chinese outfit. Doesn't have anything in the shoulders, a little bit of a disappointment. No paint on there. And okay. The paint over here looks rough. I don't know how, yeah, okay. I mean, I don't need to talk about it. You can see there's a... This is really sloppy, actually. That's disappointing. I mean, it looks so clean over here, the lines in there, but then you look at this. That's really off the mark. We got the legs in a nice brown because she's wearing them pantyhose. And are the boots actually molded on? I think, yeah, there's the line over there, so you just paint that white and you have boots. That's pretty cool. There's also a little bit awkward looking feet. And as I mentioned, the big backpack. I mean, that is how the character looks in the show, Arcee that is. So it's not really a problem with the figure. So let's move on. Having a look at the articulation, starting off with Ken. First of all, the hat, it's only pegged in there, so you can rotate it around. Does not really have any wiggle room. It just gets right out of there, as you've seen when I move it around. You got a hinge in the shoulder, which ends on a ball, so you can rotate it around over there and bring it back and forth a little bit. It actually gets a pretty nice job done, and then the hat pops off. Let's just take that off. Don't want it to be distracting. Swivel over here, ending on a hinge, so you can go up and down and rotate it around. The fist, it goes in, part of the transformation, but still can move it around for your articulation if you want to. Swivel over here in the torso, the legs, they're on ball joints, go out to the side, forward, back. There's a thigh swivel, which it does go all the way around. It's a little bit blocked there, but it works. Single hinge in the knee and the foot. Does not, it does go forward a little bit, but it's obviously blocked. In the back over here. Now for Chun-Li, it seems like they left out the head gimmick because I can't take it off. It does go apart over here, so that's, I guess that's somewhat neck articulation if you want to. It's not really meant to be that way, it's just transformation stuff. Have a ball joint in the shoulder so you can bring that up almost 45 degrees and also rotate it around. And have bicep swivel in there. We have a single hinge in the elbow, which is ratcheted. Nice. It does stay in place very nicely. The hand has nothing going on. Chest articulation, torso articulation, nothing once more. The legs are on this big hinge part. Like, you can rotate this part over here, and then there's hinges in there, so that's interesting. It looks nice from the front. Doesn't really look so nice from the bottom, but that's okay. So you can get, oh wow, I can get some very nice kicking poses. Much appreciated. I mean, that's important for Chun-Li. Goes out to the side. And I mean, this is pretty cool. I like this. I mean, you got the big thighs and you got some very nice articulation with that. So you can do your kicking stuff. Have a thigh swivel over here. Single hinge and the foot. Single hinge as well. Yeah, it does not go to the side. Nice. And then we get to the accessories. A lot more than I expected, actually. I love these golden sword guns. I think it's supposed to be sword. I don't think it's even supposed to be a gun. Golden swords, and also these are for Arcee, the golden swords, and you got these two blaster thingies, just in a simple blue. Has some nice detail on it though, respectable. And then we got more metallic. Oh my god, I love the metallic on these guys, like big guns for Rodimus, as Ken, and that's really the fiery red. We don't have Hadokens, but I can respect some fiery red on these guns. Wonderful! What a nice and easy transformation for a change. This was a breeze, just going through this. If you suck at transformations like me, and I keep hammering that in, guys, I suck at transformations. I'm not good with this stuff. But Ken, Hot Rod over here, yeah, that was easy. Just like with the other guys, you have the head gimmick, so you fold this down, and you got yourself a little Ken robot. With sunglasses, it looks by the looks of it. Does he also have his arms on ball joints? I had that with Ryu and I was really impressed. I don't know, might be. Has some wiggle motion. It's not really important for the little guy. All he does is fall down. He falls down, never to be found again. No, what? You put him in the cockpit over here. Just open up. And you peg him in, give it a little push. And there you go, you have your little Ken in a race car. Whee! Street Fighter logo on there. It's clean, it's nice. Looks a little bit bland once again with the color scheme because, I mean, Hot Rodimus has a lot more going on, but this is supposed to be a Ken vehicle, so you can't put yellow on there, and because that wouldn't look like Ken anymore in robot mode. But yeah, overall, I like this. It's clean. There's no huge backpack like with Ryu Optimus Prime, and Megatron Bison. These were a little bit too much. I like this a lot better. Simple, straight to the point, nice, clean looking, and there you go. I almost forgot, he drifts. No, that was not the point. Point was, you can also put the guns in here on the side because you want to have vehicles with guns. That's what Transformers is all about. Transformers, vehicles with guns, right? That's how the song. That's not how the song goes. This actually looks cool. I love me some Hot Rod with nice metallic red guns. Hell yeah. So moving on to Arcee. Spinning Bird Drifts. Ha, see what I did there? Just like with Hot Rodimus, easy transformation, really just, what was it, like 5, 6, 7 steps. Oh my god. Just, I love this. I love that it goes fast. However, okay, step by step. The front part of it, the hood, with the Transformers logo and the Chun-Li emblem, whatever. It looks fantastic. I love the look of this cool old school sports car with the Chun-Li logo on it. Got some nice golden windshield. Wouldn't be able to see through golden windshield, but who cares? She does not have a gimmick where you have the little, where you have the hat and have a little Arcee robot, unfortunately. So we're just gonna have an empty cockpit. It is nice looking though. There's some detail in it in the steering wheel. It's not turn around, but whatever. Then, however, at the back here, it seems like there's a part missing. That doesn't look so nice. From the side part, I mean, if it's standing there, like from an angle like that, fine. But as soon as you lift it up a little bit, boo. So you put the weapon in there, tuck it back in there, and then you put the hands together over here. That doesn't help with it. You know, that's, well, actually, that doesn't even help at all. It doesn't even roll anymore after that. So that's not good. I don't know why they made that in instructions, but whatever. You have another part over here for the other gun, for the small gun, but once again she will not be able to roll anymore. And that's the other part. Like, so far I didn't have to talk about it because everything snapped into place very nicely. I didn't have any problems with stuff just disconnecting until now. The leg part over here with the back part of the car, it's a little bit iffy. You have the hinge over here, you flip that over, and then you're supposed to peg it into the legs. But the legs, they also go a little bit all over the place. And, oh, why don't you tuck it in over there? I tried, but if I tuck in the feet, this will stand up, and I won't even be able to roll it anymore, so... Overall, it looks okay, but, I mean, Hot Rod definitely got the better treatment with that. I'm honestly disappointed a little bit because car mode looks so good on the pictures, and I still love the front over here, the hood and everything, but then you look to the side and you look a little bit in the back, and it's not so great anymore. But I guess you win some, and then you lose some. As far as the swords go, they can still be packed in to the side over here. I had to look for it. I didn't know. And connecting the guns in the back over here, and then you have your fully armed Arcee. Actually covers up, it doesn't really cover it up, no, never mind. It looks cool though, I like the swords, once again a nice touch. And it's gonna bring me to the final thoughts. What do I think about Hot Rodimus Ken and Arcee Chun-Li combo pack, Transformers, Street Fighter 2, final thoughts. Okay, so, real talk, I had a lot more fun with these two guys that I had with Ryu and Bison. Because as I mentioned before, I like the simpler transformation because it does for simpler figures as well. Because my main interest is this part, robot mode. And you don't have a huge backpack like with the other ones because it's a simpler transformation, because you only have robot mode and one car mode, and I'm fine with that. Also, because of that, these guys are a lot cheaper. So overall, I'm gonna do it as the last time. Still, if you're a hardcore Transformers fan and you don't care about Street Fighter, I do not recommend this because these are only repaints unless you're a completionist, but you probably already have the Legends figures, and I think the Legends figures look nicer with the paint job. I mean, I looked at it, and Hot Rodimus he's a lot more colorful than he is as Ken, but he's supposed to be Ken here, so that's why he's all red, has some flesh tones. Arcee as Chun-Li, yet still, I really like the detail over here, even though it's not super clean in there. But still, that's a nice added batch of detail. Once again, if you don't care about Street Fighter, I do not see yourself picking this up. Now, if you're a hardcore Street Fighter fan though, I still recommend this one, because it's a lot more attractive than the last pack, because it's cheaper, the robot mode looks better, and honestly, if you're about Street Fighter, you're gonna care more about the robots than the cars. But still, if you care about the cars, you still have some nice Street Fighter logos on it, and a little Ken robot, and the hood part over here. I love this part, guys. And finally, of course, if you're Street Fighter and Transformers fan, 100% recommend it. And I think this pack is better than the last one. I'll say it again. I'll say it a million times. I like the simpler transformation. I like the simpler looking robot modes. And yeah, that's gonna do it. As usual, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever Hot Rodimus Ken and Arcee Chun-Li want.